Fuck, the music stopped.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was dancing backstage the entire time.
I think we all
What's up, everyone?
We all were. I could see our guests backstage, and we were all just sitting there just bouncing, just like, yeah, let's get into it.
Absolutely. It was definitely the porn music that got it started.
That was the warm-up. That was
How's everybody doing tonight? I see we got some of the usual faces. Thank you for joining us. Tonight we have an exciting show. I am excited for the guests. Mm-hmm. Matt's just hanging out.
I'm here.
Whatever the fuck he's doing.
I never know. What's up, Teresa? Hey, wait a minute. This isn't fair. This isn't fair. Wait a minute. You already get some exposure.
Wait.
That's overexposure.
Yeah.
We can't overexpose ourselves in the show. It's too early. Give it 10 minutes.
It is NC-17, but it doesn't go that far. We will get kicked off the network.
Mm-hmm. At least one of them.
At least one of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're ones where you have control. Yeah. Anyway,
mistakes remain.
I'm very excited to have the guest that we have on tonight. Is going to be a great show. Mm-hmm. We have a couple of members from Cobra Paranormal, and we have a member of SRI Huntington, West Virginia. Mm-hmm. And we will start with that gentleman right now. He is the one, the only Brian Clary. Yay!
Hey, I just have to say that intro at the beginning, the music, the porn music, the 1970s porn music, I was really starting to get concerned that I walked into a different type of podcast than I've ever done before.
That's the point. I want people to feel uncomfortable. Thanks, Teresa.
Thank you, Teresa.
I see Bill's in the house.
And our next two awesome guests. The one hails from the one and only Connecticut. She is the mouth. I can't say the mouth of the South because she doesn't live in the South.
The mouth of the South from the North.
That lives in Connecticut. She's the mouth of the South of Southern Connecticut. How about that? The one and only Miss Renee Cody.
What's up, bitches?
Now that's the way you come on a show.
Absolutely. She's got the idea. We're rolling. And of course, our one and only favorite short Jesus, the gentleman that hails from Nebraska and is somewhere in a cornfield. We had the one and only Keith Ottersberg, Otter Mountain.
What's up? She stole my line, so I'm just gonna say what's up. Yeah, she stole it.
Exactly, the mouth we can hear in the South from the North.
There you go. And we found out backstage, Raymond's not joking. What you see with Keith, it's actually a shed. He's in the middle of a cornfield. It's cool.
Actually. It just looks bigger because he's sitting there.
It's a wide angle.
As long as we don't see like an F5 tornado or something like that, rip the back of the building off, we're doing good.
You're kind of not wrong about it being a shed. I'm actually in the process of rebuilding my entire house.
Oh, okay. That was a shot in the freaking dark. But
so
cool.
Your intuition is on par.
I need to drink more then.
Lisa, she must have stopped to watch while she was doing the dishes.
So Raymond, why don't you explain to the newcomers what the hell we're in for?
Okay, so this show is loosely based off the idea of Whose Line Is It Anyways skit Scenes from a Hat. Is basically questions from a hat that I write up. Matt has no idea what I'm going to say, and that makes it even more exciting. And they are right here in my lovely Newsom Paranormal hat. And they're all mixed up and shoveled around, and whenever we're ready, I'll pull one out, and we'll start from there.
Yep, and just like the show, there are points, but they don't fucking matter. We'll tally them up, and somebody will win. I don't know. We don't know. Sometimes we have points, sometimes we don't. I don't know.
Is there a prize?
Yes, I'm randomly getting flipped off screen here, so.
Yeah, you get a special night with Mr. Brian John Laverty. That's your prize, I guess. I don't know. I don't script these things.
And Sparky.
I know a person named Sparky.
So, since we're starting this show off right, I've got our first one here.
Mm-hmm.
It is worst police experience while investigating.
Police. You said police, like cops.
Police, as in cops.
Cool.
Worst cop experience while investigating.
I've got one. All right. So we're out investigating Green Lady Cemetery in Connecticut, obviously. We're done. We're about leaving. We're driving off. And the cops pull right on our ass as we take that right off the main road to go home. Lights go on. Now, we have friends that we took with us in the back. Kelly goes, my husband goes, "Oh, shit." And I said, "Oh, shit." I said, "Why?" The cops. I'm like, oh, all right. So we get out. Now, we pull out. They have us step out of the car. Two things happen. Once Kelly goes, "We don't have registration on the car." The second one is I'm literally standing, because it's a party road, literally standing in a case of beer. So now the cops are going, "Is this your beer?" I'm like, "No. Why would I throw?" Who else? But I'm like, "But no, I don't know." And then I'm more worried about us, the car getting put up on a rack, and we're stuck out in the middle of nowhere with no way to get home. Nothing. The cop goes, "Well, that's not your beer. What were you guys doing?" "Oh, we were just, having an investigation at Greenlit. Drove through. We just wanted to show. We didn't go in the cemetery. None of this malarkey, whatever bullshit." And he goes, "Okay." Meanwhile, I'm sitting here. I'm sweating bullets. I'm going, "Have you not run the plate yet? Have you not run the plate yet?" So he goes, "All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Just go on your way. But you sure that's not your beer?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Can we have it?" I said, "Sure. I don't care." And we left off. And I looked at Kelly and I went, "Did they not run the plates?" I guess they didn't. So that was like probably not the worst thing. Probably the funniest is because the cops took the beer on the side of the road.
For evidence.
For evidence, yes.
Evidence.
Yeah. Back in the day in high school, that's what they did. They bust a road party, they would take all the alcohol for evidence, even though
other
things were given. They took it home, is what they did, and they sent us home. "Don't let me see you out again." Cool, we're out here.
Brian, Keith, do you feel like sharing?
I actually don't have any police stories while investigating. I have never had an issue with the police.
So I didn't really have an issue with them, but back in October, we were approached by some gentlemen that are filming a show called Uncovering History. I guess from what I understand, their paranormal investigator, they were going to do something in Point Pleasant at the Mothman, at the TNT area and such like that. And I'm literally 20 minutes away from there right now. So these guys contacted us because apparently their paranormal investigator had gotten into a car wreck or something like that on the way, couldn't make it. So they were looking for some teams in the local area to help out. So they contacted me, and we kind of worked through the process of figuring out their filming schedule and things of that nature. First night we did the Low Hotel in Point Pleasant, supposedly haunted, very well known. We didn't really have anything truly happen, but the next night they wanted to do the TNT area itself. And what we did is we broke up into teams, and we were out in this TNT area, the McClinic Wildlife Preserve. It's a pretty good size area. And we split into two teams. One team was going to where the bunkers are, where you can go and check out the bunkers that they used to store ammunition in World War II and so on. And another team was going to where the former North Power Plant was, which was where the legends and the stories of the Mothman kind of generated from. The people, the Scarberries and the Mallets had seen the Mothman fly off of there and chase them down this road and all that. And then there was two bikers that saw him on the top of the roof. They went in this old power plant building. They saw him in there and so on. Well, now the North Power Plant's been down for, I want to think, 15, 20 years now. And they built the fairgrounds in the area. And so these guys are a little bit more on the eccentric side when it comes to their investigation methods and stuff like that. And they are very much looking to entertain, to say the least.
Mm.
But they wanted to take one team to where the North Power Plant was. Well, the problem is this whole fairground is surrounded by this gigantic fence. And they have cameras and stuff like that in specific areas, like on their stage where they do music and such. And sure enough, I was on the team that got drafted to go to the North Power Plant. And I was like, I don't know how to get in there. Well, sure enough, they had been there previously during the day, and somehow there was a hole in the gate that we went in. And all this time we're in there filming and such like that. And I'm like looking to the side of the road, and it's kind of remote and stuff like that. But I just waited at any time for one of those cameras to like pinpoint us. And the next thing you know, Mason County, West Virginia's police would show up. And all the while we're sitting there, we're watching and we're filming, we're doing our best. And there's these cars flying up and down this road. And sure enough, one of them was a cop car. But he just drove right on by. But at that point, I was so puckered up that it took me about 20 minutes or 30 minutes to get out of it because I did not want to go to jail filming a YouTube show on Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Sounds accurate. Sounds accurate.
That's good.
Well, Keith, since you don't have one, I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I've got a good one. Yeah, that too, Teresa. I agree with that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as most of you know, I started my paranormal career in San Diego. We became pretty well known. Cops knew us. They knew who we were, what we were about, did their research, knew we weren't there to fuck anything up. So the one night we were down in Old Town San Diego, and at night down there gets kind of sketchy. You got to stay like in the park area. We wandered to these old Victorian homes, and we were up there, and cops pull up, and I knew him. I said hi to him. I said, "Hey guys, how you doing tonight? You guys staying safe?" We start chatting. He's asking all these questions about the investigation, and he's really on it. And I was like, "What brings you guys all the way out here? You guys usually don't come up this way." And they said, "Oh, well, we've been getting reports of these drug deals going on, and so we're up here checking it out." And we're like, "Oh, okay, cool. Well, if we see anything, we'll let you know." He says, "Okay." So we still, just sitting there bullshitting, having a good old time. All of a sudden, from behind him, I see two guys on the porch of one of these old Victorian homes, drug dealing right in front of the cop. He was right there. And I'm like, so I forget what his name was. I'll just call him Jerry. I was like, "So Jerry, so how bad is that drug problem around here?" He goes, "It's getting worse." And I was like, "Are you looking like really hard?" He goes, "Yeah, of course." I'm like, "Obviously not fucking hard enough." And he goes, "What?" And I pointed behind him. He turns around and he goes, "Two things, fuck you and I'll be back." And he goes, "Get your asses over here." Starts chasing him down the street. We're just like, "Bye, Jerry."
That's good. That's funny.
Oh, yeah. But I will say this to anybody. If you guys do get approached investigating, be professional, stay together, hands out of your pockets, have your IDs ready, and whatever they tell you to do, fucking do it. Don't run. Don't run. Unless you want to get good content for footage or TikTok, whatever.
Yeah.
Someone getting tasered.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones was actually in Gettysburg. I had my oldest two kids out, and we were investigating a parking lot right there in the middle of Gettysburg. And cop pulls up, and I was like, "Hey, what you guys doing?" I was like, "Teaching them how to investigate." "Okay, have a good night." Gone.
Good enough.
So
You got to be careful.
That was a good time. That was probably
Gettysburg's like a carnival.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't let you in there at night.
Well, we were literally just in the parking lot. We didn't approach the building or anything, and they still had walking tours going. So,
yeah,
That's fair. All right, brother. What's next?
What's
the next
next?
question we
Let's
got?
see here. What I pull out of the magic hat.
And then
Oh, okay.
No,
What
and then
not to do during an exorcism? What not to do during an exorcism?
you don't want to forget to pay your exorcist because you're going to get repossessed.
There you go.
I knew that.
Just kidding. Going back. Just kidding.
That's the truth. Oh, they didn't pay the bill. You're free to go.
By the way, Steve, did I get that bill taken care of? Just asking. I can't remember.
Just slip him a 20. I'll pay you next Friday. That was a good dad joke. That was a really good dad joke. I like that one.
Thank you. Once in a while.
Renee, Brian, any thoughts?
Go, Brian. Go ahead. I'm thinking.
I'm kind of thinking too. I mean,
The phrase "here, kitty, kitty" comes to mind, but I don't know.
Here, hey, Demon, it's your boy.
Come on,
no
who's
idea.
a good demon? Who's a good demon?
Yeah.
Get on
Come
out.
on, little buddy. You know you want to come here. Come
Get on
little
out of
buddy.
there. Get on out of there, boy.
Get on out of there, boy.
I mean, I could make a joke about a certain someone in TV and his love for demons and his love for acting as if he is going to attack someone. So
Hey, new
maybe
record.
we should say,
Do it.
don't attack someone while you're in your exorcism because they might not let you out.
Raymond, we reached a new record. Almost 18 minutes without referring to that fucking show.
And in chapter 18, I will tell you how to do it in my ghost book for dummies.
Okay.
That was stolen from everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was also
Just
going to
something
say
for-
you probably wouldn't want to shit your pants or something like that because all that thrashing around and stuff like that, unless you're
Yeah.
wearing a diaper before your exorcism, that might be kind of bad.
Yeah. That'd be a little
Don't
messy.
forget an extra pair of underwear.
Did anybody else read
Hang
this?
on, let me
comment?
change.
Did anybody
Hit
else
me
read
with
this
your best
comment and start thinking about the song immediately, or is it?
Yeah.
just-
Yes. It's playing right now.
Yep.
Thanks,
You
Bill.
know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna watch The Exorcist, and when it gets to that iconic scene, I'm just gonna go with "Hit Me with Your Best Shot." See if it matches.
Start playing the Flashdance song.
Sandstorm,
Sandstorm.
some strobing lights, get a rave going on.
Absolutely.
She's not seizing, she's raving. Leave her go.
Let her go.
And we're going to hell. Thank you, folks.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
All right. The next question we have. Well, next phrase, I should say. Things to expect if SpongeBob investigates.
Oh, fuck. Where's the Wicked Queen for this?
You mean sponge crack? Because that's what I call him, a sponge crack.
Fair.
I got nothing. I got.
Oh, I love the stumped look on everybody's faces. That's great.
No, I just have ideas, but here,
Well,
Patricia's right on where I'm thinking.
I didn't say these cheeks.
if SpongeBob got possessed, all you have to do is squeeze him to get the entity out. He's a sponge; it'll just come right out, right?
That's true. That's true. You know, while we're thinking about it, there's a theory going on that the SpongeBob show is actually about the 7 deadly sins.
That would make sense.
Would make
Mhm.
sense.
Possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Although Sandy's lust, so that kind of crosses some boundaries there. So I don't know.
My question is it just SpongeBob that's investigating, or is it the whole crew? Because yes, you could have the clapping Sandy's cheeks part, but like I could just see Patrick not shutting the hell up in the background, like lee 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 lee.
That we're gonna do that.
SpongeBob.
That's
Is that his
Yes.
own?
We're going to do that on an investigation together, Matt.
yeah.
There you go.
Woo, woo.
How do you want to be TikTok trendy? Lee, 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 lee. It's a giraffe.
So, spirits, I have a question for you. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
You like pickles?
Give you a nickel for a pickle.
Ooh.
Ooh. Teresa, you're on one
Careful
tonight.
saying the
Right?
safe word. What's your safe word, bitch?
That should be the exorcism thing. What's your safe word? I'll refer to the previous question.
Tart.
Why is it pineapple? Oh. You signed up for this, Keith. Deal with it.
Yes, I did. Sorry, I
I'm
had
just wondering how more immature we can get. That's a question.
Oh, give it time.
Kumquat. There you go.
There we go.
Really
There you go. Kumquat.
We're only 20 minutes in.
Give it time, Teresa. Give it time.
This is still warm-ups. We haven't even hit the
Yeah.
commercials yet.
like
Here we
I can
go.
sit-
Questionable items to use as a trigger object.
dildo.
Get
I
out
was
of my
gonna-
head,
like
man.
One right there. I was
What
going
if you did an investigation over in Russia of like Catherine the Great's like room in St. Petersburg where she had like all the like beds with like wooden penises and stuff like that on them and like all the crazy stuff that she did? Like, can you imagine the possibilities?
I wasn't aware of that. I have learned something.
Yeah.
Especially
Like if you
use
look at some of
textiles.
the stuff that like from her personal collection, it's wild. Mm-hmm.
And there's
I
the
mean,
next
when in
level.
doubt, knock
Ooh.
yourself.
Whoa.
And here I'm gonna add this one because Mackenzie was talking about it from work. They got a joke gift for somebody for Christmas. Inflatable sheep sex doll.
I was just thinking something like a
I got somebody midget blow up doll for a birthday present one year.
Had to mention the midget blow up doll for birthday, didn't you? You had
I
to.
sure
go.
did. You're welcome.
I am known as FML. You know what that stands for?
I know a translation of it.
Frozen midget lover. Reason why is my ex-wife got one of those because there was a joke about midgets. And so she got a midget blow up doll for my birthday. And we went to the bar. And I got so faced that I couldn't figure out anywhere to hide it that the kids wouldn't find it. So I stuck it in the freezer. Forgot about it until I found it.
Yeah, Lisa, right up his alley. Yep.
So I'm gonna take
that would have
this.
been a little bit frosty on you.
I'm gonna take this to a new level. So,
Oh, fine.
by the way, folks, backstage, as most of you know, we like to hang out, have fun, bullshit, and do warm-ups. So we were talking about getting together for an investigation. So Brian was telling me about two beautiful locations. Now, thanks to this question, I'm thinking Roomba plus blow-up sheep doll. Just a Roomba going down a hallway with a sheep sex doll.
I can see it.
As long
Give
as
me a sign of your presence.
because they'd probably be illegal.
I mean, instead of REM pods, could we just use a pocket pussy and a flashlight?
There's an idea. I just can't.
I mean-
I just can't get this imagery.
Put a
out of my
K2 meter
head.
in it.
Yep.
Put a K2 meter at the end of it, and that way every time, it lights up.
Yep.
Can you get it to
K2
red?
meter
Can you get it to
and-
red?
Can you get it to red? Come on now.
All
Come
the
on.
way.
Get it.
Hooking the Bluetooth vibrator up to the SB7.
Oh my
Hey, look, it's Sparky.
I don't know. I just have this this image of like Brian or Raymond in a room asking for a sign of a spirit, and you just see a sheep doll going across the hallway.
I mean, we are planning another.
We're trying to
investigation
advance the
together, so-
science, I guess. So, by
Hmm.
all means necessary.
Gives a
By
whole
all
new
means
meaning to spirit
necessary.
balls, though. I'll tell you that.
Get back
All
here,
right, well,
see?
cat balls put in the pocket pussy. Yeah,
Yeah, but you
cat
gotta be
balls
careful.
like start blinking. Yeah,
Yeah, but you got to be careful. You start mixing that type of stuff, you get a lot of this. So you got to be careful. You got to be very careful. And always use
Watch
protection.
out. She's a squirter.
All right. Since we're nice and warmed up now,
Plasm.
best way to cover up a fart while investigating.
Yes, stomach. I'm sorry. I ate Mexican beforehand. from personal experience.
Blame it on your teammate.
Wait, is that
you guys
demon?
hear
Do you
that? I
smell
think it's a
sulfur?
demon.
What was that?
Did you hear that ghost fart?
They do actually. I have caught an EVP of a ghost fart, which is actually hilarious. We'll talk about that. So,
Yeah.
at
We'll blame it on the
Penhurst-
ghost.
at
Blame it or
Penhurst,
blame it.
This did not make the final cut, Raymond. By the way, for the global ghost hunt, but
Why
for
not?
anybody there's a reason. For those of you who have been to Penhurst, very echoey in a lot of those buildings. I let one go. It echoed for a while. I claimed that shit, literally.
I made it echo all the way down the hallway and back.
It was me.
Uh-oh.
It was me.
Hey, wait,
I
do you
made
still have
this.
that? Do you still have that SpongeBob question nearby?
Yes.
She's here.
SpongeBob?
No, Pinky.
Oh. Okay.
Wait. So sorry, folks. We're taking the time out here for a second. This is the Wicked Queen, aka my wife,
Hi, Pink Pie.
Hello.
aka Pinkie Pie, and a couple of other names that we have for her. All positive. But B, don't go anywhere because Raymond has a SpongeBob question for you. I want to hear your answer.
Yep. This is just for you. I'm repeating it just for you. Things to expect as SpongeBob investigates.
If SpongeBob would investigate, what would you expect from him? So, well, she's typing that one. They have. Wait. Oh, that's going back to the sex toys. Going back to the sex toys. Hey, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
I know that you pee. But yeah, no, this would have, guys, you would have been so proud of this one. It was so loud. It rumbled. It echoed. It was beautiful. Absolutely
love those.
beautiful.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Not the after effect. I wouldn't recommend that, but I definitely
Change your
felt
shorts afterwards.
better. Nah, I just let it go. I just did
It's
a
that
Frozen.
sulfur in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
sulfur.
It's
no,
a sulfur. It's a demon.
Keith, in all honesty, we actually in San Diego we caught an EVP of a fart. Now we were all a bunch of idiots, so if somebody would have farted and we would have heard that, like if that was legit, we would have been laughing our asses off.
Oh yeah.
We heard this ungodly thing. I mean, it sounded it was terrible, and then just dead silence, and we were all
There's
standing right
homeless
there.
people on the walls or something.
No, we would have heard that. We would have definitely heard
Yeah.
that. I would have needed a shower after that if that was me. Like it was that bad.
While
they
Pink
do.
Pie is still thinking typing, I've got our next one. The cryptid you want to find evidence of.
The fucking vegetable man. I don't know if you all are familiar with that one, but I definitely want to find evidence of this vegetable man with the little
Would you like to go
spindly
tell?
fingers, going to come and draw your blood and then go back to his own planet because he needs to be healthy, like get healthy or something like that. One of the most ridiculous stories, like legit. This guy's wandering through the woods and apparently sloshed out of his damn mind, and he sees this little like walking stalk of celery walking through the woods with little like creepy fingers, and like comes and
Wookie pussy.
asks him telepathically to draw some of his blood so he can feel better. And like this guy just does it, and apparently this little creepy thing draws some of his blood with his fingertips, and it just goes.
I'm sorry, but I'm sitting there thinking about this like 6-7 foot tall stalk of celery coming at me. I'm thinking, give me my fucking peanut butter. Let's go.
That.
Try me, bitch. Try me, bitch.
You know what's funny is I just happen to have a nice new bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch, bud.
Fuck off. I have Jif.
I mean, what about the Fresno night crawlers? Like those ridiculous ass things that look like teeth that walk around out there, supposedly. Like, wouldn't we want to see that thing just to laugh at it? I mean,
No,
it looks like a pair of pants with eyeballs.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yes.
You said Fresno, so I'm
It
just
just
thinking
looks
about
like a pair of pants with eyeballs. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like a bunch of like drug addicts or drunks from Fresno just crawling around. That's what I think. I've never heard of those.
Man,
Yeah.
that's on the run.
Mine would be the
Wow.
chupacabra.
That'd be a good one.
Champ or Loch Ness.
Common
Okay.
sense. Common sense.
I want to pet a dinosaur.
There you
I want
go.
to pet
There
one.
you go. No, I want to catch a skinwalker.
Will it catch you?
Mm.
Doesn't
Maybe it
matter
already
as
did.
long as I get it on camera.
Bum, bum.
Maybe it already did.
As long as I get
This isn't
footage,
real.
I don't care.
This isn't Raymond. Raymond's been replaced. That's
He's
why
like
he's so
Raymond is.
Raymond
It's
has
like one of
been
those not
replaced.
deer things. Like it looks like a deer, but it's not a deer.
Not-
It's,
Oh, don't get me started.
looks
with the
like
not deer.
Raymond, but it's not a Raymond.
I was going for a week straight after I heard about the not deer, about not venison.
Not venison.
That would not be roadkill.
I'll be-
All right. We've got a slightly tamer one for now. Favorite location?
My house.
As far as investigating, sir.
My house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, fair.
Probably Malvern Manor.
Nice.
Just you without a fork and a salad. That's the only salad.
I hear you in there, Steve. Fuck you.
That's the point, man. That's the next room. I don't need common sense.
Bobby Mackey's was cool too, though.
Yeah, Bobby Mackey's. Because it was who I was investigating with that made it all better.
Mm-hmm. That.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, you guys get to join me next October.
Yeah.
We'll find a new spot. Winnebago's.
I think he meant Wendigos, but that works too.
Fucking autocorrect.
I'll have to look that up.
Go with us sometime, Teresa. It's a trip.
You know what? To me, it's anywhere. Anywhere has a great experience. It's just how you make of it. You know,
Right.
I mean, we've
How you do it.
yeah.
That's why Brian's having such an issue over here. He is like, it's hard to pick one.
Yeah, there's so many.
Just say that one.
I'm
Just
kind
say
of partial, honestly, to Fairfield County Infirmary over some of the larger ones, like Trans-Allegheny. I've had some experiences and stuff there, but I mean, in terms of a smaller package with a lot more punch, I would put like Fairfield up against a lot of the larger ones, like Moundsville State Reformatory, or Mansfield State Reformatory, West Virginia Penitentiary, Trans-Allegheny, and all of those top three that I just mentioned there are expensive as shit.
Yeah.
So that makes it even worse because a lot of these places now are charging astronomical prices to walk in the door. And hell, it's like, is it really worth enjoying one night and paying $1,800, or in the case of Mansfield State Reformatory, $3,700 for a night?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell
OSR
no.
is expensive.
Mm.
It is a fun location, though. I had a blast.
I enjoy like Trans-Allegheny and stuff, but it's $1,700, and like West Virginia Penn is $1,100, which isn't too bad because that's right where like Waverly Hills and stuff like that are. So,
Yeah.
but like there's some of them that are just getting to a point where I would love to try them. Eastern State Penitentiary up your way, Matt, but it's high as hell too.
Mm-hmm. Actually,
like-
last I heard, they're not doing investigations anymore.
Not anymore.
Last
Probably
I heard.
old
a
hospital.
little bit
College
with
Hill is
ghost
fun
hunters
for us.
and their little black man running up and down the hallway, black cover
Well,
man
actually,
thing.
I don't think it was just that. It was the area they're in. It's a high crime area. Eastern
Yeah.
State is like right in the ghetto. So yeah. But all right, folks. Hey, we reached that point of the show where we're going to take a quick commercial break to recharge, refill, and whatever other you want to do. So have fun with it.
Ooh.
So we'll be back after these quick commercial breaks. And we're back, folks. Before we
In
go
different
any
order,
further-
apparently.
Yeah, I figured I'd switch it up.
Why not?
Before we continue, do you want to do the little spiel, or you want me to, brother?
Go for it.
All right. So we here at What the Paranormal just want to give a couple of really quick shout outs to everybody, because obviously without all the fun and the networking and the para-unity and all that other, cutie Gucci stuff, this wouldn't happen. First and foremost, obviously Parapost, parapost.net, guys. If you haven't heard of Parapost, welcome to the shows. Basically easy, paranormal Facebook, no drama, free of charge. Sign up today. Parapost.net, Android, iPhone, doesn't matter. You can sign up anywhere you like. And also, you're watching this show and a lot of other amazing shows on Parapost Network Central. You can see that on Facebook. Go check it out. You can see a bunch of really good people, really good hosts, really good shows. Some silly and weird like this one, some more serious, or just some that just make you say, what the fuck? Anyway. But Parapost also just wants to announce, guys, we do have 2 brand new Facebook pages. They're literally right above me right here. Parapost Marketplace, Parapost Investigations, both on Facebook. Share any of your evidence, any footage you want to share, pictures, doesn't matter. Don't judge, don't criticize, nothing like that. Go over to the investigations, check that out. You have some old equipment you want to get rid of, make room for new stuff. Go there. Go to the marketplace, sell your equipment. You don't have to be a business. And obviously, Global Ghost Hunt, which Brian should be signing up here soon. That one, not Mr.
Yeah.
But it's basically, guys, 2 10-day events, one in the spring, one in the fall, and it's just a big celebration. Is the best way I can ever really explain it. Just celebrating teams and locations from all over the world. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, guys. You can go check out globalghosthunt.com today and sign up. If you're a team, don't have a location yet, sign up. If you're a location, you can sign up too. Doesn't matter. Just sign up. Just do it. Peer pressure.
Do it.
Peer pressure. Do it. Do it. Do it, or I'll send Sparky after you. I mean, Brian, if you're watching, love you.
Love you. Hope you like the yellow.
More yellow. Oh, I'm going to do
More
that.
yellow.
Brian says more yellow. But Bill says Brushy Mountain for him would be a good one. Pinkie Pie says she works at one.
Fair.
She does. She does. She really does.
Fair.
But anyway, so I want to, before we ask this next question, I just had a thought in mind, and this is for our guest / victims tonight. You guys have seen this before, obviously, like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, something. Is anybody really surprised yet that Raymond hasn't pulled out the "How to Wash" sticker yet, or the label out of his hat? Like, I'm expecting him just to pull and just hand wash only. Oh, wait a minute.
If it was in there, I probably would have.
I just had that thought, and it's just like, welcome to my world. So anyway,
Actually,
you,
I won't lie that my favorite location is Bobby Mackey's. I've been there more than I've been anywhere else. 6 investigations throughout the time that I've been investigating, and each one has been interesting. So the last one, we actually caught a disembodied voice. Felt like Brian and I did at Old Hospital in College Hill. So that was fun.
I still want to go there. I still want to go there. I'm surprised more of my audience doesn't
It'll
say
probably
this.
be the new building before you get to make it. Let's see here. Next one. What do we have? Weirdest thing to hear during an investigation.
Okay. So I don't know if
Listen.
anybody else has ever had this with your SB10s or SB7s. When you are in the middle of an investigation and you tune in to apparently radio stations that are pornographic in nature.
Sorry, I got on that the ham radio again.
It is very wild to like get on there at times, and you seriously wonder, is there somebody like on a FM repeater like playing porn? Because you'll hear like the most random words and sounds and stuff like that that you cannot mistake for anything else. And it's always hilarious because in the middle of the night when you're sitting there and you're loopy and you're tired, and then all of a sudden the sex noises start, everybody's like having a blast at that point to screw the ghosts. At that point, everyone's focus is right there.
Yeah, macaroni noises.
Which actually, Raymond reminds me, don't we have to do a couple of uwus?
Uwu?
Yeah, we have to do a couple of uwus, right?
Couple of uwus.
Oh,
Hey,
oh.
Oh, I could go somewhere with that, but I'm not going to.
Teresa knows what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
we'll get some wild stuff.
Keith, it's after the
honestly,
commercial,
it's
you're fine.
Welcome to
you
West
really
Virginia.
just wonder, like, who's just sitting there, like, running a repeater band or something like that, and you're tuning into it at that moment, and it's literally just people either talking pornographic or you're getting like the hard ER words and stuff like that, and you know who in the FCC is allowing this to happen. So you know it's like somebody local that is just broadcasting whatever they feel like.
Well, it's West Virginia, so you know.
That's true. But I've heard it in Kentucky and Ohio too, and they're not all that dissimilar. Regardless of what Raymond says, Kentucky
no, it is
just
not
like West
that
Virginia.
dissimilar.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
I don't know. A couple of uwus or daddies, or you got a pretty mouth.
Oh, daddy.
If that comes over in SB7, pretty mouth. No.
I mean, I had one, but it was a personal one with me. We're at Green Lady Cemetery. Went back on the way back. I was so excited because I wanted to listen because I thought for sure because I had heard a voice literally right over my left-hand side say something, but I wasn't quite sure about it. So listening in the car, and I literally said, "Holy shit." Kelly goes, "What?" And I said, "Mama." And I'm like, "What are you?" I'm like, "What?" And about 3 weeks later, we found out we were pregnant.
Imagine that.
Well, first of all, congrats. Secondly, congrats on the evidence.
Yeah.
I just thought of something.
16 now.
No.
Yeah, 16, but still.
Well,
but yeah,
happy belated. I don't fucking know. Still, I just thought of something though, and Brian walked away at the right time. I don't know why. There he is.
You have lovely.
Let's get a drink.
By the way,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Just thinking about this. Think history. We're paranormal investigators. We love our history. Back in those days, a hard R is a normal.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it may not
Especially in the South.
Maybe.
South. Here in PA, we had it. Up north, they've had it. They had it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to, I know it's serious, but in all seriousness, though, that could come across. If you get an old slave owner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, there was an experience at Octagon Hall we had after we did the Global Ghost Hunt. We had an individual that was with us, and he took and said, "Hey, I'm a gay man. Would any of your men like a blowjob? And we heard string him up.
I believe that. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. Well, there was a.
However, the timing was just perfect because we were, slap happy as hell, and we just killed over dying laughing. So,
Well, I mean, you think about it too, because when when the Wicked Queen and I we went to investigate down in Annapolis, I know Raymond, I told you about this. I think Brian, this was before I met you. We went to Annapolis to investigate, and we had a black individual with us. Great guy, absolutely great guy. And the spirits were pissed that he was there. They wanted him to leave. And I literally sat there and stood up for him. I said, no, he's my friend. He was like, fuck off. No, he's staying. And I started getting choked. And you saw it. He brought the camera up and saw the handprint. And so to me, I mean, it'd be kind of like, the fuck did they just say? But at the same time, it makes sense, though, if you really think about it. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, enough seriousness.
Two of the most popular EVPs I've gotten about me is either A, you're cute, or B, you're an asshole.
I get that a lot.
I mean, both are true.
I mean, are they lying?
No.
I mean, I've been cussed up one side and down the other, so I get it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I had spirits tell me to go away. Even in New Orleans, they don't want to interact with me.
Get out of here.
Oh, no. I've been told to fuck off before.
Oh, so have I.
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina.
In the middle of the day.
Well, I get told that every day, but by a spirit, though.
Yeah.
North Carolina. I mean, fuck, the Wicked Queen tells me that every day. She just told me that before he came down to the show.
Fair. All right. This one's a little bit more mundane. Top 3 locations you'd like to see in 2024.
I want to see the kitchen more. I want to see the kitchen more. I want to see the bedroom more.
Mine are a little twisted, but there's a reason behind, and Raymond knows why.
Welcome to the show.
One would be the post office that counterbutts H.H. Holmes.
Yes.
I'd love to finally get into there. That one little sliver of property that's underneath, that's in the post office. Obviously, John Wayne Gacy's property, which a new house stands, but that place is haunted. And then probably the movie ranch out in California with Charlie Manson.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like it.
That's a good list. Good list.
Okay.
Alcatraz, again, H.H. Holmes, the post office, and SpongeBob's Pineapple.
Is the pineapple upside down or sitting straight up?
We'll find out when we go investigate.
Oh boy.
It's not upside down before, it will be after.
I just get a vision of little Nicky. I just got that one spot in little Nicky. Yeah.
I was just going to say, but I wasn't going to say, if shows up, run.
Keith, it's after the commercial. You're fine. You're
okay.
All clear. It's after the commercial.
We are working on a bunch of them this year. Sweet Springs Sanitarium,
Nice.
just on the West Virginia border, is on our to-do list this year. Madison Seminary, that's one that I've been wanting to kind of hit up. Yeah, that's one I'm trying to hit. And then the one I would really like to hit if I had an opportunity and knew who to contact is the log cabin on Buffalo Trace.
Nice.
The distillery. I would like to hit that one. There's so many more. Honestly, it's hard to really pick. I'm sure it's like this out west and stuff like that as well for you all. We've just got so many. And it's hard to pick. And the other part is just getting in some of the damn places is so hard.
Yep.
whether it costs a fortune, or you have to get an act of Congress, or you have to go through all these other things to get into them. There's so many cool ones. It's so hard to get in some of them, man.
You know what? I'm gonna go sentimental here for a minute.
Uh-oh.
So, in all
What's up, Brian?
seriousness, one of my, I want to go anywhere in 2024. I'll go anywhere, as long as I get to investigate with some of the people that I've met here on Parapost, Global Ghost Time, any of the paranormal community. That's it.
Yes.
That's on my wish list. I'll take
Oh,
that over anywhere else.
And since we're on this subject, our next question: what to expect when you investigate the Deliverance property?
Banjo.
Oh,
Banjo.
Oh, you
You
got
sure
a
got a
pretty
pretty mouth.
mouth.
Come here, boy. Mm.
Come here, boy.
Mm.
You got a pretty
I'm
mouth.
gonna make you squeal like a pig.
Get in there, not big black boy. Hold my tooth.
Hold my tooth.
Come here and hold my banjo. I need to get to plucking.
You remind me of Mama. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're about as sweet as my cousin. Yeah.
You're prettier than my
You remind
sister.
me of my best pig. I'm sorry. You remind me of my best pig. I miss my pig.
You remind me of my best
Come here,
friend.
I'm gonna make you squeal.
Come to Uncle Daddy.
Come on, Uncle Daddy.
Mama does it better.
No, it doesn't matter.
Y'all remember do you all remember the original Vacation movie?
Oh yeah.
Vaguely,
Yeah.
You remember
Oh,
when the two girls are sitting there on the seesaw, and it was this whole discussion about French kissing,
Mhm.
and cousin Eddie's daughter said, "But Daddy says I do it best."
Mhm. I miss movies like that. To be honest, I miss those movies. They could get away with so much.
I still
shit.
watch those movies.
like something simple as Spaceballs. Spaceballs. They're
Oh yeah,
Yes.
when they're in the desert. They're sitting there combing in the desert.
What
How about you guys? You find anything? Got a little hair.
We ain't found shit.
You do that shit now.
Oh God.
Done. Gone.
Yep.
Yeah. Like Blazing Saddles.
Hey, where are the white
Uncle.
boys,
Where are all the white women?
what women at?
oh, boys? Looky what I got here.
The sheriff's up.
Anybody got a shitload of dimes?
Thanks, everybody. This is our last show. Have a good night.
Going out with a bang.
Yeah.
That's right. And with that, because it's Matt's favorite subject, what's your favorite paranormal show?
Dead Files, because I was on it.
Truth.
Dare? What happened? Hey, Banshee.
What's up, Banshee?
My
What is
favorite show?
Favorite
Yeah.
show?
Ghost Adventures, because it's got your favorite person on it.
It's got my favorite hobbit.
It's got your favorite hobbit.
He's the loneliest looking hobbit.
Here's a question: does it have to be one that is based off a TV, or can it be like a YouTube series?
Yes.
Thanks a lot. Trying to
You're
figure
welcome.
this shit out now.
I got
10
you.
Points, 10 points to Gryffindor for that one.
10 points to Gryffindor.
You know, I kind of still
Gryffindor's winning, by the way.
I kind of still enjoy the original, like, first 7 seasons or 8 seasons of the original Ghost Hunters. When they first started out, it was pretty legit. It was pretty straight and narrow. They did a lot of work on trying to show how things could be misconstrued or faked, or they tried to find plausible outcomes and stuff like that. And there was a lot of that, like from, I think that show came out in 04 or 03. And for years, it was pretty legit. And it was how a lot of us actually ended up getting into this.
Actually.
But then it went straight off the friggin' rails.
Yeah.
And I mean, even the one we do not speak of, his like first season or two weren't really bad.
No,
I admit nothing.
That was before he got famous and like everything went to his head. And the next thing you know, it was demonic everything. It
Yeah.
was like fairly legit. It seemed like as it picked on with anything else, it's when popularity kicks up, the entertainment value needs to kick up to match. And you've got this like correlating effect of like, well, more people are watching and we need to get more shit to happen to kind of boost it up.
yeah.
Because if you all remember the way I do, like the original Ghost Hunters, there were a lot of episodes that they didn't get shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like they went into places and like,
Right.
hey, we can't prove anything. We can't prove it's haunted. We saw nothing that would indicate this and stuff. And that was fairly common. But then it went crazy.
Producers have a lot to do with that on those shows.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
I mean, that's why Ghost Hunters
Oh, yeah.
is really the epitome. Sorry.
So you, most of you know, I don't do horror movies because I pick them apart. And I know, Raymond, you've heard me say this a couple times. But there's one show that actually has a little bit of knowledge to it that, to me, I think is a sleeper, and you'll get the pun on that one. A sleeper show that is pretty good. It's for information, and that's Sleepy Hollow.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yes. Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It has there is some information that is a little tweaked, but if you're into demonology or revelations, theology, stuff like that, that is actually a really good show to watch because a lot of it is pretty good. It's pretty accurate. They do obviously twist some things, but for the most part, like there's one demon that they portray in there that jumps from person to person. That is actually what the theory behind this demon is. This one demon, what he does is just that, through touch. He will possess people by touch. So if, like, say Raymond's possessed and he touches Brian, Brian's possessed. It'll jump from Raymond to Brian. That is the theology of this one. Well, I should say when Raymond touches Brian again.
So like spiritual VD.
You know, buddy.
Basically. I saw the video. It actually went viral.
We don't talk about that. Shh.
No, we don't talk about Bruno.
No.
Or that.
Oh, look, a duck. Moving on.
Oh, look at
Moving
that.
on.
Said duck laughing? Yes, it is.
I worked this for you.
One of the show, believe it or not, it was like also too before I got driven off the rails. Is I did like Paranormal State in the beginning.
Yes.
I really liked Psychic Kids with Chip Coffey. That was
Wasn't
another
bad.
good one.
Wasn't bad.
It was a real sleeper, and then it picked up because they were like one of the first ones doing these Halloween, like all night Halloween, like watch the cameras do this. It was Most Haunted out of the UK.
Yes. That's a good one.
So I mean, those.
Yeah.
I missed that old, fairly.
Actually, those guys are pretty cool. So.
Yeah.
All right, Raven,
Yes.
what's next? What's next, brother?
We have a couple left. Let's see what we've got.
That was a good question. I like that one.
Yeah. All right. Since we're rolling with TV shows and such, this one's perfect. What supernatural character would you want to be?
Sam.
The camera guy. I don't watch the show, so I'll just say the camera guy.
I don't want to be Crowley.
Crowley's like my personal favorite, but Sam. And then I always joke around. My husband is Dean, so
Castiel.
Yeah, you are Castiel.
My wife watches that. You know what? She can answer for me.
Come on,
I
Pinkie
don't know,
Pie.
maybe like hang out like in the woods like a brownie or something like that and just show up on occasion just to torment people and then bounce the
Brownie?
fuck back underneath the mushroom. That way no one bothers you.
I like that.
Okay.
You just
I
come
need
out
to
to
drink it.
torment people for just a few minutes at a time.
Oh, like my shows.
That's
Exactly.
true.
Okay.
Like this show.
Hey,
Hey, this is
Call
though.
back
This is
out to
scheduled.
torment people and then just dip again.
Yeah, but this is scheduled though. My shows are pretty fucking random.
Fair.
I just want to be
You know
cast.
when to expect this, so they avoid. All right. To our last one. Our last one is, what horror movie universe would you want to be a part of?
Oh man, this is gonna be so hard.
That's a good one.
see, the Conjuring one is so damn big because it has like Annabelle and all the other ones in it too. So that one would be like extremely easy, especially given our shit. But
Mm-hmm.
there's
The Nun
so
2
many.
was actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first two were not bad. Like the third one was god awful. The devil made me do it or something like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't have turned that son of a bitch off fast enough, to be honest. I think that one.
I like that answer.
That way I could just raise hell with Ed and Lorraine.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yes. I'll agree with that. I'll copy your answer.
Okay. Point to
You
Keith.
cheap bitch.
Point to Keith for that one. I like that.
I got a point.
That made me happy. That made me happy.
Yeah, I'll go with that one.
I think that's the first point of the show.
No, Gryffindor
Renee?
got 10.
Oh,
Gryffindor
okay.
got 10
Yeah.
letters.
So you're still losing.
See, like this is tough for me because I'm a 80s horror buff. I mean, but then I kind of like, I mean, I would say Texas Chainsaw Massacre because just of who he is based off of, which is Ed Gein. I mean, I'm one of those weirdos where I like history involved into it too.
Yeah.
You know, so it'd be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, I could have been easy and said, "Oh, I live in Connecticut. I live in Ed and Lorraine country."
Yeah.
You know,
It's true. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I mean, I could have said Amityville. I could have said any of those.
Point to you, Renee, for that one. For being outside of the area. Point to that. You know,
I
me
mean,
personally.
it's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, me personally, Paranormal Activity. Plain and simple. Do you imagine the fucking evidence you could get off of that? Now,
I mean, it'd be the same evidence no matter which place you went to.
you're
That's
not wrong,
true.
but still, the validation to me, that's validating. Now, on the fun side, House of Wax, and the only reason is because I want to see that bitch's head get cut off every time, over and over and over and over.
Yes.
That's part of the movie. We all know who I'm fucking talking about right in the beginning.
Yes.
Blonde bitch, done. It's like, don't need to watch the rest of it. I don't fucking care. That's the best part.
13
I mean,
Ghosts is good, too.
it's not really a horror movie, but I want to take and say Constantine.
Ah, yeah, that'd be
I'm
good one.
watching it. Yes. Yes.
I know
Shout
you were-
out.
I thought you were gonna say SpongeBob, the SpongeBob movie. I'll be honest. You would have gotten a point if you said SpongeBob.
I almost did, but that's not a movie. Well, technically,
Yeah, they had a movie, SpongeBob movie.
they've had a few.
Yeah.
That's so off.
The Haw.
That's still listed Gryffindor, so it didn't matter.
So the winner for tonight with the most points, Slytherin. They stole
There
it.
you go.
Because fuck Harry Potter.
Well, I am House Slytherin, so I guess I win.
There you go.
Oh. Well, is that it then, Raymond? Is that all of our questions?
That's all of our questions for tonight.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's one of those shows where you can't even imagine that we've gone over an hour already. Like, time just
Quick.
flies. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, really appreciate you guys taking your time out to joining us tonight. Thank you to the
Thanks for
audience
having us.
Thank
for
you.
being fucking awesome. But before we go, guys, go ahead and give your all, get some shout outs. You might as well get a plug in somewhere. Go for it.
All righty. Monday nights at 7, the RNN Riff Nation Network presents The Otter's Den. Me and Joni talk about astrology, spirituality, how the two intermingle, and how it's going to affect you within the next month, couple weeks, what have you. That way, you have an idea of what spirit's going to hit your ass with. And I run Cobra Paranormal, which Renee is a proud member of. We are also a member of the Spirit Mechanics. She's a trainee. I am a member. So is that guy. And we like to help people. So look us up. Check us out.
Don't forget, first month of every month Saturday, Paranormal Outlaws.
Oh yes, can't forget the Outlaws.
Yep.
Very nice. Brian?
SRI Huntington WV. We are going to be doing Fairfield County Infirmary this weekend. If you check out our Facebook, our website, YouTube under SRI Huntington WV, you can find our episodes of Locked In. We are working on revamping the way we're filming to try to make it a little bit more of a documentary style to focus more on the history side. So we're going to kind of play around with that a little bit this weekend. But also, I just got to say for the record, this guy right here, Keith,
Yes.
I just wish I had a majestic voice like his. Like he sounded like a damn radio announcer there.
I mean,
and it was like,
he is short
come
Jesus,
on now,
but he's
and
a
let's go
sexy
speak.
bitch.
And it's
Thank
like,
It's very
fuck,
fitting.
listen to my voice and then listen to his.
You want a good comparison? Listen to this guy and then listen to Jesus over there.
That's true. I mean, I know how you feel.
I would love to break into voiceover acting if there's any, movie stars or anybody out there that has any pull. Just saying.
Actually,
Now should be hand model.
I saw your friend request, Keith. I'll accept it here after the show, but
Cool.
I have an idea for you.
Okay.
I have an idea for you. The good idea. The good idea. If anybody's watching, the good idea.
It's a good idea.
If
Are you
it
sure?
involves latex and hot pants, you better watch out, though.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm out. So
Great. Now all I got is I got my white pants. I got my tight pants on. That's all I got in my head now.
anyway. And I am Matt, Paranormal Consultant, co-host of whatever the fuck this is. Yeah. Go ahead, Raymond.
This is a train wreck. That's what this is.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Raymond, get us out of here before Brian
All right.
starts looking like this.
Thank you all so very much. It's been such a fun night. I hope we see you next week. And of course, as always, this is What the Paranormal.
What the?